Hey everybody, Jim Powers with MaryvilleSaints.com and Saints Visions. We always try and catch up with some of our outstanding student athletes, the ones that are getting it done in the classroom, and in this case, in the pool, one of our Saints of the Week. And what a tremendous weekend for this young lady from our women's swimming and diving team, Mariah Hagerty, as she is qualified for the NCAA Division II Diving Championships coming up later on in March. And Mariah, first off, congratulations, and it's got to be a very, very special feeling to know going into conference you've already qualified to go to the national championship diving competition.
Yes, it definitely is. Kind of gives me a little stress relief, I guess, going in there. A little more confidence as well. Every week or every meet has progressively gotten better, and so that confidence is just gaining more and making me feel a lot more confident for both conference and nationals.
I was just going to say, getting that out of the way leading into the conference meet next week, that's got to be, number one, a little stress relief off the plate, but it also kind of puts that bullseye on your back from a lot of the other, competitors saying, hey, she's already qualified for Nats. She's going to be somebody to watch here.
Yes, definitely. There's a couple that are returners that I will definitely have competition with. But, my main focus is really just myself and beating my previous dives and competition, myself and whatnot. I mean, this is my first year doing this, and so it's just kind of been a thrill to just continue to see what I can do.
Diving, not a lot of people understand. It is a very taxing physical event, and you just can't go up there and do the dives that you want to do. There's a lot of practice time that's involved in it.
Oh, definitely. It's reps after reps. I mean, I couldn't even tell you how many times I've done the same dive over, and to just get it perfect is so difficult, especially with someone like me. I didn't learn a lot of technique growing up. I was kind of that person that was like, oh, I'll just throw this and see where it goes. So, but that's kind of what we're learning more right now with me, is just really focusing on my technique.
And that's a big part of it, too, especially when you get to the national stage, in the national championship meet, because you've got to go through the prelim meet first, and then, if you make it out of the cut, you go over to, qualify for the championships. And a little technique goes a long way into making those cuts.
Yes, definitely. My coach has a lot of faith in me, so that's kind of my push and drive right now. So I was like, I made it, but he's like, if we really just grind hard on your technique, there's no doubt that you should make it. So fingers crossed, but I'm just thrilled to be making it there.
And people have to understand, too, that, there's a delicate balancing act between your classroom work and also, diving and swimming, because just practice times. You guys sometimes will have to go at 6 in the morning. Sometimes you'll have to go later in the evening. So there's that big-time balance that you've got to really work on. And as a freshman, you've done a tremendous job with that.
Yeah. I've been an athlete all my life. So I've been in 2 sports at once, cheered and diving. So time management with my academics is kind of it's nothing new to me, I guess. But, my dad always taught me, you work hard at everything you do. If you're in something, you try your best at it. So that's kind of my drive.
Well, one of the questions I ask all of our student athletes when we do these interviews is, why did you choose Maryville? And you cannot say because of your brother.
Well, my brother has definitely always wanted me to come here. He was definitely my biggest motivator to get me down here. But, I transferred from the University of Central Florida, where I did my exercise science down there and cheered down there. And I just really wasn't feeling it. The classes weren't what I was getting out. I wasn't getting what I wanted out of the classes. And I came here, and I was, just thrilled and just really, these academics here are insane. And I'm so glad I came here. It's insane how thrilling to finally be learning what I want to learn, and the professors are awesome. They're working so well with me, especially being an athlete. Missing a whole week next week, so that's awesome. I have a couple exams that they're really working with me, so it's just it's a great place. I love it.
Awesome stuff. Well, good luck next week. I know we'll definitely talk again before you head down to Nationals, but we're so proud of you and what you've accomplished so far, but I know there's a lot more coming up.
Oh, yeah. Hope so. Thank you.
Mariah Hagerty, our Saint of the Week. She's qualified in both the 1 meter and the 3 meter dives in the Division II NCAA Swimming and Diving Championships. Those are going to be later on in March, but the big thing coming up is the GLVC conference meet next week. We'll be able to follow her on Thursday and Friday, if I'm not mistaken, on the diving board, and we'll have all those coverage for you on our website, MaryvilleSaints.com, and you can also follow us on Twitter at Maryville Saints. We'll keep you updated all day long on what's going on with our swim and dive teams at conference next week. For Mariah, I'm Jim Powers. Thanks so much for tuning in to MaryvilleSaints.com and Saints Vision. Have a great week, and as always, go Saints.